Okay, let's start. It is just the right time to start. Hi everyone. Firstly, let me introduce myself shortly before starting to my presentation. My name is Merve Gülbarut. I have a business administration background with a master's degree on science and technology policy studies. I'm working as a consultant and a project manager in macro management development and consulting company in Ankara. Since the time of involvement in the company, I've been mainly engaging in international projects targeting entrepreneurial development of various groups, which also involved activities and workshops related to business model development. So, as a part of Soviet's webinar series, I will be presenting you the basics of creating a business model for social enterprises. So, yes, my presentation will start with a short introduction to basic concepts of social enterprise and business model. Then I will pass through a session where I will mix theory and practice by using a business model canvas for social enterprise design. And during this session, I will also be asking inputs from all of you, where you can write your inputs through chat session. And please make sure that you have written all your messages to all attendees and panelists so that everyone can see and do not repeat the same things. And I put questions and answers to the end, but you can always interrupt and ask questions wherever you see relevant. So if you do not have an important question for the start, or a technical problem for connecting to the webinar platform, I am starting my presentation. Okay. Let's start with the definition of social enterprise. There are many different definitions made. There are many different definitions made for social enterprise concept in different contexts. And among you who have already participated in the previous webinars and maybe to our social entrepreneurship seminar organized in TED University should already have an idea about it. But just to quickly remind, I would like to use this four-aspect extended version of its definition. Social enterprises are the organizations that have an economic, social, cultural, or environmental mission aligned to public or community benefit, such as creating a model as a solution to poverty reduction or unemployment or access to clean water, whatever related to social benefit. And they engage in trade activities to fulfill their mission. They derive a substantial portion of their income from trade, but reinvest the majority of their profits in the fulfillment of their mission. This they separate from their pure commercial counterparts with this last aspect, reinvesting in the social mission. This is also the main aspect that differentiates their business models from commercial business models. We will come to that again later on. Yes. Just to quickly remind where social enterprises take place among all other kinds of organizations, I found a very useful model, as you see. It represents where social enterprises take place, where in one end traditional charity organizations take place, which are pure non-profit organizations, and the traditional business organizations take place in another end, which are pure for-profit organizations. So as social enterprises, three different forms of social enterprises take place in the middle of these kinds of organizations. Three different types comes from mainly mode of generating and using the profits. So the sample model that we will focus on by creating a practical model will be mainly based on this model where profits are reinvested in social enterprise, social mission. So I have, before passing through the next slide, I have a message. It's not so good. I don't. Can everybody hear me well, or only Federica? Just give me a reaction whether you can hear me well. Yes, fine. Everybody is saying it's fine, Federica. I think it is about your computer. Please check your computer about this. Okay, I hope you can solve it. So I have to continue. So let's have a look at the business model definition. The business model concept is not actually new, but it gained prominence in the last decade with the development of the most comprehensive template for it, which is created by Alexander Osterwalder and Pigner, and they call it business model canvas. They also reinvented the business model definition as the rationale of how an organization creates, delivers, and captures value. The business model canvas looks like this on your screens. I believe almost all of you have met this before, and I also have an old working one behind me, which we created for macro a long time ago, but we still update it on a continuous basis. The business model canvas consists of 9 building blocks, where value propositions take place in the heart of the model. Value propositions are basically the product that we're trying to sell, but not exactly the definition of its features, functions, or colors, but rather the benefit that we are providing to the customers. So it's a the most important part of the business model canvas, and all other things are extension to that. Which customer segments are we trying to reach with our value propositions, and through which channels? How do we establish and sustain our customer relationships? How do we generate revenue over our business model? Which key resources do we need, and which key activities do we conduct? With which external people who are helping us to make this business model work, and which cost structure. So before going deep into all these building blocks, I want to make a short introduction to basic concepts that we will be using all webinar long, which are social impact and commercial impact concepts. Which are only relevant to social enterprises business model. The key for creating a business model for social enterprises are hidden in the building a balance between these two objectives. As you know, the social enterprises are often started by people who are passionate about making a difference. So what is more important for them is not the business itself, but the social impact it is trying to achieve. And we will be engaging in this balance in our practical model that we are going to work on from now on. And to start with customer segments, I will be using a regular fill-in order from now on, which will be completed one by one in each block. And I will be asking for your input in our practical model. So to start with our customer segments, it defines the different groups of people or organizations that we are trying to reach and sell our products. The basic, they can be grouped according to their common behaviors, common needs, or other attributes, depending on your value proposition. For whom are we creating value? Who are our commercial customers and who are our impact customers? We have two different customer segments in a social enterprise model. So we will be defining our model based on a sample business case from Denmark. I adopted a NIDCAP social enterprise model from Denmark. The enterprise is operated by a young lady who is passionate about helping homeless people by knitting caps and giving them for free. But at the same time, she's also selling a part of the knit caps to normal people. And she works as home-based, and there are also other volunteers helping her knitting more caps. These are the main clues about the social enterprise model that we will be focusing on while filling in the business model canvas for this enterprise. So I would like to know that I would like to be sure about that you all get the basic idea about this social enterprise. So give me a reaction about this. Did you get the basic idea about the social enterprise at hand, or do you have any other questions to complete the full picture? Okay, I have some reaction. Says yes, the idea is clear. So okay, you can always ask some other clues during our filling in the business model canvas for them. So then we have a basic template for business model canvas, and we are going to fill in all the building blocks with the clues we have. So in the light of these clues, who are our customers here? Do you have any ideas? Can you write on the chat session to all panelists and also all attendees, please? Okay, no ideas? Okay, I will go on with the first, by filling in the first building block, customer segments. I have already given this clue to you. We have homeless people as our impact customers, and we have individual buyers, and also maybe retail companies. In the last, these two, we can group them as commercial customers that we sell our products. Is it clear to you? I will go on with value propositions. Okay, value propositions describe the bundle of products or services that create value for our for different customer segments. But as I said before, it should define the benefit that we provide to our customers, but not the product itself. So the questions to be answered are shaped according to this. What value do we deliver to our customers? What is our commercial value proposition, and what is our impact value proposition to different groups of customers? Having a look at our commercial customers in our Hugo case, what should be our value propositions for these two different groups? Any ideas about value propositions we have? No ideas? Okay, I'm receiving some. Yes. Protect homeless people from cold. Yes, that can be our impact value proposition. Thank you very much. Yes, let's have a look at what we have here. Yeah, we have two different value propositions. For commercial customers, we provide the distinctions from distinctions of our need caps from the ones in the market. Handmade knit caps to stay warm in style. The keywords are handmade and style. And for homeless people, keeping homeless people warm for free, and keyword is here is free. But the second one can also be integrated to the first one, considering that our commercial customers can also be impressed by the idea of helping homeless people. So let's go on with the channels. The channels should describe how the enterprise is communicating and reaching its customer segments. So the question here, basic question here, through which channels do we reach to our customer segments, right? Having a look at our business model. Firstly, thinking about our impact customers. How should we be reaching them? Do you have any idea about the channels to reach homeless people? No ideas? Events. Yeah, this is a good idea. Any other? Charity organizations. Yes. Yeah, this is another good idea. Walk in the streets. Yes, that's it. Local municipalities. Yes, there are many different alternatives for reaching them. And yes, you're providing very good inputs. So let's have a look at what I have here. Direct sales for homeless people. You know, and you already found out that this is a community that it is not very easy to reach. You cannot find them over internet. They are not exist on Facebook or Instagram. And if you are not in a position to interact with them in person, you shouldn't be the one who is starting this idea. So you should be trying to reach them through a direct and personal channels. So you are reaching them through direct sales and delivery. What about our commercial customers? In case of commercial customers, we are talking about the regular channels that these types of organizations are already using. So any ideas? trying to reach to our buyers and companies. Not interested in, okay, food bank. I don't think that that food bank, this is a different story, Dawn. Thank you very much for your input. But free food is different from our case. So we are only talking about how to reach our commercial customers here, not the homeless people only. So if there is no other input, I will give you what I have here. Web shop. Yes, we can use internet channel to reach our commercial customers, and also we can sell our product to retail stores. So I am going through the customer relationships. Customer relationships basically describes the types of relationships we establish with each of our customer segments. So the basic question here should be what type of relationships established and maintained with each of our customer segments. So to go back our business models and thinking about our customer segments and channels we are using. Actually, the clues about the relationships are hidden in the channels. So, any ideas? Anyone wants to give some input about customer relationships? What kind of relationships should be established with homeless people and our commercial segment? Okay, I will go on. And if you have a different idea apart from mine, you can always provide us. It will be very nice. So, as we are using direct delivery channels for homeless people, our relationship should also be direct and personal. So we provide them a personalized service. We go sit with them, talk with them, and we go with our own need caps we have, and they just pick the one they like. So this is the only way of relationship that came to my mind. And if you have any idea, you can always provide. And for commercial customers, and if we are using a web shop and regular retail store method to reach our customers, we should be more focusing on online visibility, online relationships. We should be very active on social media or Instagram. We should be posting the pictures of the kneecaps we have. So attract our customers to our channels. Right? Are we okay with this? The relationships? Okay. So I will go on. It's revenue streams. This should be actually the last concern for a social enterprise model, but since I'm using a regular fill-in template, and I don't think that it's a big issue to fill in later on, I will go on now. But there's no problem if this block is filled in just after all other blocks are complete. So revenue streams represents the cash that we generate from each customer segment. So the basic question is, for what do our customers currently pay, and how are they currently paying? Yes, considering about our case, as the only customer segment paying for our products are the commercial customers, and thinking about for what they are paying, so our revenue streams should come from any ideas, or just I should just go on. Okay, let's have a look at what I have here. Sales. You know, we are generating revenue only selling our need caps, which can also be well considered as donations. Why? Because the revenue we receive from sales are used to fund knitting caps for homeless people. So this can also be called as donations. So let's go on with key resources. This describes the most important assets we should have in order to make this business model work. So, thinking about our case, what physical, intellectual, human, and financial resources are needed to deliver our impact and commercial value proposition? Yes, let's have a look at on the models. Staff members, volunteers, exactly. Well, staff depends on your capacity. You can work with internal people, yes, but volunteers working with people who can help, yes, who can help us to knit caps was the first that came to my mind. But staff members is also, of course, what we will need as human. One place, yes, might be if we are to provide some other facilities to homeless people apart from giving them just the knit caps, premises, facilities, vehicles. Yes, let's have a look at what I have, which can be put inside of the what I have here. So I put knitting materials and tools, you know, the needles, threads, and methods to do it. So these are our main resources to produce the knit caps. And also, as Panagiotis said, volunteers. We need volunteers to help us to knit more caps. But of course, other facilities, one place is can also be integrated in this model. But this might need other amendments in other blocks. So, thinking about our simple case, we will be only focusing on providing knit caps for free. So, but thank you very much. They are very good ideas, I think. Let's go on with the key activities. The key activities are the most important things we need to do in order to make our business model work. So, what are the key activities we undertake to deliver our impact and commercial value propositions to customers? Yes, our key activities. Let's have a look at the last shape of our business model. What are we doing? Key activities usually describes the daily operations that we need to conduct in order to make our business model work. Yes, development of the product. So let's say it's simply production, right? And we are trying to reach people through marketing and sales, right? To sell our products. We need marketing activities, sales activities to reach our commercial customers. And we are also working with volunteers. So we need some activities to attract them in our model. So partner outreach can be another activity which will help our business model. So, are we okay until now about the model? Is there anything that you missed? Okay. Thank you very much for giving a reaction. So, key partners describes a network of suppliers and partners, external people that help us this business model work. So, thinking about our case, who are our key partners helping us achieve our impact and commercial objectives? So firstly, about the social impact that we are trying to achieve. Who should we involve in our business model? Who are the key partners you think should be involved in this model? Any ideas? Yes, customers, suppliers. Let's make it more specific. For we can involve municipality, local governments, municipalities, very good ideas. I don't have them, but can be well integrated here as well. So let's have a look at what I have. Yes, we need donors, volunteers, NGOs. To help to get help for the production, we need to work with individual donors who are actually our commercial customers and can be our volunteers as well. And to attract more volunteers to help us, we can go and negotiate with maternity groups and retirement homes, which are usually full of people who with idle hands, so would be very happy to help us for our social mission. And for commercial customers, we need distributors. So and also, and if we are to establish and sustain a web shop, we will need IT developers to help us if we do not have these skills in our team. So I had some more inputs. Space close to where they sleep in the center. So the municipality has to provide a free place, maybe. Yes, Erika, thank you very much for this input. This helping homeless people in other by providing them more possibilities to survive. But in this model, we are using a very simplified model. So the propositions are very useful and maybe can be integrated in the model in the later phases. So thank you very much. I will continue with our simplified model, just only focusing on the market caps. So cost structure, which completes our big picture. Cost structure, costs are described, all the costs incurred to operate this business model, all the costs that we can think of. What are the let's think about the most important one. Which are the most important ones inherent in our business model? Yes, operational costs, very good, Panagiotis, raw materials, yarn, very good. Let's make it in a group. What we have is fixed costs and variable costs. Let's open it a bit. Fixed costs are, as you know, the costs that do not change in time or due to the magnitude of operations. They are fixed, like rents or staff salaries. But in our model, since the entrepreneur is home-based and working only on her own, but with external help, we do not have much fixed costs. But if we our entrepreneur also have to survive, so generate living costs for her, and also if we are using web shop as a channel, we need to sustain our web shop. So maybe the costs related to this maybe can be grouped in fixed costs, and variable costs are the materials, costs of materials that we use, which change according to the magnitude of operations. So I grouped all these, like, and with the cost structure, we have completed our business model canvas. Do you have any other important inputs apart from amending the business model to a larger model? Just focusing on this simple need cap provision. Do you have any questions or inputs that make our model better? No? Okay. I will, no further inputs, okay. Yes, we have completed our business model. However, this is just the beginning. You should keep in mind that this is an ongoing process. As the circumstances are changing around us, we need to adapt our business model accordingly. For instance, as we discover changing needs of our commercial customers, we might need to adapt our value propositions according to them. And this will also be reflected on other extensions of the business model. So it's usually recommended to update the business model once in a month or even a week, especially during the startup phase. And before ending my session, I wanted to show you another good example business model. This is Grameen is a banking initiative established in Bangladesh in 1970s by Muhammad Yusuf, who also won a Nobel Peace Prize in 2006 for creation of this model. And the business idea is the creation of a microcredit model for poor entrepreneurs and poor people for the purpose of fighting poverty. So let's have a look at the simplified business model of this idea. So the basic value proposition we have here are microloans provided to poor entrepreneurs, and we have branches to reach our customer segments. And again, if we are talking about poor people who have access, who have limited, almost no access to any other channels, we have personal relationships with them. And we receive our revenues from interest rates mainly. And the key resources we use are the branches that we established, brand and trust we built, and the capital we invest. And the key activities are mainly consist of risk management, lending and collecting payments. And the key partner here is government, which lets them to build and sustain such a model with a relevant legal framework. Otherwise, they cannot establish such a model. And lastly, about cost structure, they have staff working in all these branches. So this is the main cost for them, and also capital costs. So we came to the end. I don't know. Yes, we had 40 minutes to complete my session. Thank you very much for listening. Do you have any other questions before ending? No, no questions. Okay. Thank you too. And I will be happy to share other resources and anything you need. If you can send me an email message, merve@macroconsult.com.tr. And yes, thank you for attending, and stay with the social world and sharing economy. And okay. Bye. Bye to all of you. Thank you.